All this month, we're introducing you to the candidates running in the July 31st primary. Friday, I spoke with candidate for State Senate District 26 seat, Irvin Martinez, about his campaign and what he wants to see change in the district. Take a look. Mr. Martinez, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it today.
Me.
Now, you're a newcomer in the Senate District 26 race. Now, tell me, why do you think your lack of experience in a political field is sort of an asset to you?
Well, I wouldn't say lack of experience. I mean, I've been, looking at politics when I was a baby. Going back to when my dad even would say, hey, don't you like Bugs Bunny? I mean, why are you watching Richard Nixon getting impeached? Well, getting almost impeached. And so I've been really interested in politics since I was very, very young. In New York, I was able to help, and I was only about 12 years old, and I would give out pamphlets for a gentleman who was running for congressman for the Brooklyn area, a representative. And so I was always involved politically some way, shape, or form, even as a young bub.
Okay. Now, what are some of the things that you want to accomplish if you're elected to the State Senate District 26 seat?
I think one of the most important things right now in Macon and throughout the region is dialogue. I think there's a terrible lack of dialogue with people talking about their hopes and aspirations for Middle Georgia. I think people are afraid to speak out about the things that they see going wrong. I think you have too many career politicians here that are embedded in the system that continues to stagnate growth here in Middle Georgia.
With that said, consolidation would, in effect, put term limits on some of these career politicians that you said.
That's correct.
Are you in favor of consolidation?
Absolutely. And, it didn't just come like I just decided, let's do consolidation because I don't like the people on the city council, which a lot of people do say. I actually studied it out, and I figured that it would be better to have change occur, irregardless of whether there are, circumstances regarding the change. I know that it's not a perfect bill, but at least there's going to be change, which is really what we need here desperately.
Now, besides consolidation, what do you think is the most pressing issue that faces District 26?
I think that there's a lack of investment. I think there's a lack of drum majors going out there and speaking on behalf of our region. Once again, these career politicians come across as very malaise and very milquetoast and very generic. None of them have the personality, I believe, from what I've seen and what I've met with them, to even bring interest in wanting to come here. As a matter of fact, they're very divisive. And if you look at the government here, it's one of the most divisive governments ever that has been throughout Macon and throughout all of Middle Georgia for many, many years now. No one is a drum major to bring in business. How could a city, let's just take Macon, for instance. I know there's more region here to cover, but Macon is the core of Middle Georgia, and it all starts at the core. Just like if you have a problem, you have symptoms to that problem. You have to go to the core in order to reach the problem. The core of the problem is that Macon has been completely neglected. I mean, take a look around, buildings upon buildings, even the streets not properly cleaned. Things just going wrong left and right, day after day, year after year, time and time and time again.
Well, there you have it. All right, Mr. Martinez, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. It's all the time we have for right